Errol the True Spence Jr. is coming back to the boxing ring after a 3-year layoff this summer, and he will be facing off with former WBO super welterweight champion Tszyu. Now, unfortunately, an exact date and location has not yet been determined, which makes me think that this fight is not 100% official, okay? Errol Spence did not post this on his Twitter, so this could just be rumors because this isn't the first or second time that we heard that Errol Spence is coming back to the ring. I remember when Tszyu fought Sebastian Fundora while he was still the champion. Tszyu ended up losing, and then Errol Spence walked into the ring and faced off with Sebastian Fundora. Now, they were in negotiations for like a year, and we found out that Errol Spence didn't even have a trainer at the time, so the fight ended up not happening. And then, Errol Spence pretty much just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple months ago, I told you guys that there was rumors that Errol Spence was going to fight Tszyu. This was like 3-4 months ago. And here we are, months later, we're hearing the same thing. Errol Spence is coming back after 3 years to fight Tszyu. Now, they're saying that this fight is going to take place in March, which would be promoted by No Limit and could also feature Lewis Crocker versus Liam Paro for the IBF welterweight title. So that's a good thing, right? That's a solid fight. Shout out to Liam Paro. That's the guy that beat Sabril Matias. You know what I'm saying? That is an interesting fight that I would like to see. But I think this is a great comeback fight for Errol Spence because this is a fight where Errol Spence and Tszyu, they both don't look like the same fighters that they used to be, right? Errol Spence, he got demolished by Terrence Bud Crawford, took the most punishment we've ever seen him take in a fight, and he took off 2-3 years from boxing, right? And then you have a situation with Tszyu where he had a very controversial first fight with Sebastian Fundora where he was split open, and he was clearly winning the fight before he got split open, but after Tszyu got split open and he had the blood in his eyes, he had a very difficult time landing punches on Fundora cleanly because he couldn't see properly. So after that, he ends up fighting Bakram. He gets knocked out by Bakram, right? Then comes back and beats Joey Spencer. And then after that, he has a rematch with Sebastian Fundora, and he quits. He quit in the corner, right? He actually was coming back into the fight because he was clearly losing like the first 4 or 5 rounds, and then he started to come back in the 6th, 7th round, and then he ended up just quitting in the corner, right? So you got two guys who, we don't know where these guys are. Like, these guys don't look like they're in their primes anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I like this fight. I think this is a great tune-up for Errol the True Spence Jr. because if he can't get past Tszyu, then I think Errol Spence just needs to go ahead and hang it up. Okay, if you can't beat a Tszyu that lost twice to Fundora and got cooked by Bakram, then Errol Spence should just retire, right? So I would pick Errol Spence to win this fight, but I'm very, very worried about the inactivity. I have seen Errol Spence training a lot. I don't know this for sure, but I think his new trainer is Roy Jones Jr. I've seen Roy Jones Jr. and Errol Spence working out a lot with each other. And that's another red flag for me because Roy Jones does not have a good reputation of being a good trainer. I remember he used to train Chris Eubank Jr. and Chris Eubank Jr. lost while he was getting trained by Roy Jones Jr., okay? So Roy Jones Jr. is not known to be a top trainer in the sport of boxing. He's actually known for making fighters worse. And when you think about it, it makes sense because, Roy Jones is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, right? Like, you're probably never going to see a boxer do what Roy Jones did in his prime. The only person that kind of shows you flashes here and there is Jerron Boots Ennis. So how could a guy like that train somebody to be a good boxer? You know what I'm saying? Like, you basically trying to train somebody to be something that 99% of boxers will never be. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to this fight, man. I'm picking Errol the True Spence Jr. to win this fight. Errol Spence is one of my favorite boxers of all time. And I'm not like most boxing fans. See, most boxing fans, when their favorite fighter loses, they switch up on their fighter and they become hardcore fans of the person that beat their favorite boxer. I don't do that. When my favorite boxer loses, I still ride with him. So I'm riding with Errol Spence till the wheels fall off. I'm picking Errol Spence to knock out Tszyu by the 10th round. And if he don't knock him out, he's going to cook him by unanimous decision, okay? I just think Errol the Tszyu Spence Jr. is just levels above a Tszyu. I don't think Tszyu has ever really proven himself the way Errol Spence has. He doesn't have wins like Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, you know what I'm saying? Your Dennis Ugas who beat Manny Pacquiao. He doesn't have those credible wins like Errol Spence does on his resume, okay? Errol Spence, you know, at the time was one of the biggest pay-per-view fighters in the sport of boxing. You had Canelo, and then you had Errol Spence. Let's just call it what it is, man. You had Canelo after Floyd retired. You had Canelo. You had Keith Thurman, and then you had Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy Errol Spence is coming back, and I can't wait to see how he looks in the ring, man. Let me know what you guys think about this fight. Who do you guys got winning this fight? I think this should be a retirement fight for both fighters, right? Whoever loses this fight, I think should retire, because think about this, guys. If Tszyu loses, right, he already has 3 losses. If Tszyu suffers his 4th loss against a guy that's been out of the ring for 3 years, Tszyu will never, ever be taken serious again in the sport of boxing. And he literally would become a gatekeeper, right? Like if Errol Spence loses, it's not going to be that bad because people would blame ring rust, right? Ring inactivity, not fighting for 3 years, right? I actually think most people are going to pick Tszyu to win this fight because of that. Plus, took a lot of damage against Terrence Buck Crawford, had multiple car accidents that, you know, is going to put wear and tear on your body. Most people are going to pick Tszyu to win this fight. Errol Spence is going to be the underdog, I believe, on the betting odds going into this fight. So this is a must-win fight for Tszyu, and this is a win or go home or retire fight for Errol Spence. And I think the story for this fight, I think the promo and the build-up for this fight is going to be incredible. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Please click that hype button, man. Hype the video so we can get the views up. Please thumbs up the video, subscribe, and most importantly, leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV.